Our planet is beautiful but fragile, and we have a responsibility to protect and preserve it for our children and the coming generations, ensuring that they too can wonder in its beauty and its bounty.
I must emphasize that we need to unite towards these common goals. Whether we differ in geographies, culture, or political mindsets, sustainability must be a unifying bond among all of us.
Sustainability is not just like some word I throw around, but it's like the DNA. It's like what I do. Historically, design from the continent was entirely sustainable. It's like natural for us to do that because, like, you know, even our spiritual practices, who we are as Africans, is to be sustainable.
And it seems to me there is still one simple problem at the heart of this conversation around fashion and sustainability that was there back in 2009 and is still there today. And no one wants to talk about it. And until we do, I don't think all the acronyms and talking points and initiatives in the world are going to get us where we and the SDGs know we need to be. So I'm just going to say it. We make too much stuff.
The speed, of course, is very important. There's a big amount of post-consumer goods in Europe. We are talking about 8 million tons we need to handle. The time is ticking. 2025 is just a couple of months ahead. And there are rules and regulations, of course, gonna push us to the different dimensions. And we need to handle this 8 million tons with a speed.
This requires, courageous, bold leadership from all of you in the room, but we can't just lean back and say, oh, consumers will drive it or legislation will save us. We really need to step it up.
Unlocking our own human awareness and transformation of ourselves is at the core of any corporate or systems transformation.
Good for fashion, bad for the planet is not an option anymore.
We're moving into the era of regulation. Regulation is creating the need for brands to understand what's going on in their supply chain at levels they have never done before. They have to capture environmental data, and they're going to have to report and disclose.
That the research was actually not industry-driven, but it was actually driven by indigenous people and local communities around the world. A mature biodiversity strategy has 3 core elements: ecosystem protection, wildlife conservation, as well as community welfare.
To be really effective and meaningful, I think brands ASOS has to look at how we want to change the industry, how we want to move beyond this kind of individual factory programs, and we want to collaborate with employers and unions.
Design with intent is really about making sure the products we create and the stories we tell celebrate these authentic stories, and those authentic stories are really told in a way to genuinely celebrate the timeless craft and heritage.
But when it comes to eco-design, this is actually a necessity, and it's actually up to companies to put the infrastructures in place so that people, such as eco-designers, can feel enabled.
Luxury sets the trends, so it's a duty. Even if we are not perfect, it's not optional. We have a duty because we set the trends.
That they want to go ahead because they want to progress, and there is a lot of pressure. But this is true also for the Parliament here, the European Parliament. This is true for any government. And we have to go quickly because there is this huge ecological imperative, and also the structural anxiety, which is a legitimate anxiety.
I don't spend any time trying to manufacture hope. I think hope is not a strategy, it's a very passive idea. What gives me energy, what gives me motivation, is a belief that we have created existential problems. They are created by human hand, and we have a responsibility to solve them.